Hey guys, welcome back to DR Jones Builds, where today we're going to be installing this WEN air filtration system. So you may be asking yourself, why? Or what is an air filtration system? Do I really need it? Isn't dust collection enough? The answer, no, at least not in my shop. Let me show you. So in a small shop like mine, with little to no ventilation, all of the small, fine particles become airborne, and they just kind of mill around in the air for a while because there's no airflow to move it out of the area. Eventually it all settles, and then it settles on my equipment like this. It gets into the machine equipment, which is just awful. I've got some more sensitive equipment I want to bring out here, and I really don't want to get into that. But the worst thing is that I'm breathing this crap in all the time. It's got a micro filter in it that will get all of the much smaller particles out of the air so that I'm not breathing in this junk. Okay, so the next question we should be asking ourselves is, where do we want to put this thing? And I'm thinking the best place is over my wood shop, but over the wood cutting area. So up here somewhere, I think. The instructions say it's got to be at least 7 feet above ground and at least 3 feet away from a corner or from any heating or air vents. So that corner over there, I can get up. I probably have to go higher than 7 feet because I need clearance from the garage door so that when it opens, it doesn't smash into this thing. So I'll have to be a little bit higher, and I can stay 3 feet off the window and 3 feet off the front of the garage, and should be a perfect spot for it. And it's right over where most of the dust creation occurs. So perfect. Okay, so this thing comes with some instructions and some basic mounting equipment, but the ceilings in my shop are 12 feet. And I really don't think that this mounting hardware is going to stretch the distance. So I went out and I bought some more chain, some S hooks, and they call them eye lag nuts, whatever they're called. Lag screw with an eye. So I'm going to put these into the ceiling and hook the chain up and mount it directly to here. These little hooks go in here so that I can hook the chain to it, and that's how it'll get mounted. But for now, let's get started. So I need to figure out, so I know I need to be off of this wall 3 feet. So I figure if I have it facing sort of this way off the wall, I think that would be the best way to do it. And it'll come out to about here, but I don't want it to hit the garage door opener. So I think I'll be okay. Let's do this. Okay, so as you can see, this isn't really an exact science. Mostly I can manipulate the chain to pull the filter away from the wall if I need to. But so for the most part, I'm trying to ballpark this. And what I did was I spaced out the anchor points wider in every direction than the filter. If I made them all straight, if wind came or anything bumped into it, it would allow it to want to sway more. By spacing it out, it kind of creates like these angles all the way around, so it gives it a little bit more stability. Okay, so here we go. Stud check number 1. Yep, I'm here. Yeah, these lags are going to be way bigger than I need to hold the weight of this thing, which is fine. You know, maybe in the future I'll put something else hanging off of these instead and move the filter, but for now I think this is going to be the way to go. I can use a socket wrench, put it at the top, and put it in this way. Okay, that's good for these two. I'm going to move everything over so I can put the other two in. So as you can see, I have all 4 anchors in now. And you see them all right there? Now the way I want to put these hooks on is that the hook side is actually facing away from the, oh no, sorry, in, because the chain's gonna be pulling out away from it. I want these to be facing in towards the middle, so that when I hook, it's actually pulling more into the hook as opposed to away from the hook. There we go, there we go. Okay. The mounting hardware that they send with it, this stuff, honestly, I probably would never hang something over my head off of something this small. Even the shank here on the leg is so short. This thing's really not that heavy. You've seen me pick it up, right? I'm not even really straining to pick it up. So, I mean, this is definitely good enough. It's just, I don't know, like, it's still kind of weak, and I don't know, just doesn't give me much confidence. Well, okay, here we are. So the moment we were waiting for, I didn't film the part where I wired up the filter, mostly because it's just, you plug it in and that's it. So routing your wires is up to you. However, one of the things that's important for me to mention is that in my shop, I have 2 different electrical circuits that I'm on. One runs the lights and one runs the equipment. In this case, my lights are kind of already overloaded or really close to it. So I didn't want to put this thing on the lights. Also, because when I leave, I want this thing to be able to run. You can set a timer on it where it can run for like an hour or 2 hours or 4 hours. Yeah, 1, 2, or 4 hours, which is really great. I'd like to be able to leave the shop, kick it up, let it run, and have it shut off on its own. And I can't do that if I kill the lights when I leave, because then the power would turn off. So I am wiring it to the same circuit as all of my equipment, but the plan is only to run this pretty much when all my other equipment is turned off. we'll see how that goes. If it doesn't work, I can still run more than one thing at once because the circuit's not that overloaded on my equipment. So it should be okay. And since it's just me in this shop, it's not really a problem. But let's check it out. So now, hit the power. Sounds kind of rickety, but runs pretty clean. That's on full speed. I don't know if you can hear it on there. It's kind of loud in here. I mean, it's not that loud. I mean, it's definitely less than like the fan to your air conditioner, but it's still louder than, I wouldn't want to film with this on normally. But that's it. And like I said, you can change the times for the delay for it to turn off. I'm gonna let this thing run. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna let it run. I'm gonna let it run on high for an hour, and I'll come back out and I'll see how it is. Okay guys, well, it's been a few days and I've had it running a few times here for several hours, and it's really kind of hard to gauge right now because I still have dust that I need to clean off of some of the surfaces in here. However, I will say breathing in here definitely feels better. I also noticed that some of the other things that I had out the other night that I left in here didn't have a little bit of dust on them like it usually does. Just putting anything out here for any length of time tends to create a small amount of dust. And I've noticed that I'm not seeing that now when I come out to my shop. So I definitely consider this a win. I'm going to keep going with it. You know, maybe in the future, if I notice anything that really stands out to me that's worth mentioning, I'll bring it up again. Overall, man, I think this is a win. So I'm pretty happy about it. I hope you like this. If you did, like and subscribe and maybe share it with others. I'd really appreciate that. Leave some comments down below. And I'll see you on the next one.
Yeah!